Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Future Hospitality Summit podcast. I'm here today with Wesam Okasha, the MD of TUI Blue Hotels and Head of Global Development across the region in Asia. Wesam, welcome. Obviously, we've done a few of these focused on Africa, so we won't talk about those in too much detail, but this is time to sort of get to know TUI Blue as a whole and yourself. So welcome today.
Thank you very much, Matt. Thank you for having me here. I'm very excited for this meeting with you.
So first of all, let's talk a little bit about you and your career. Why don't you give a quick, brief overview as to your sort of journey to TUI Blue and what attracted you to the organization?
Actually, I came into this organization through my love about this job, and actually there's a good combination between hospitality and tourism. This is where I came from, actually, because back in the years when I went out of the operation, I went into touristic, more or less, with German group all over North Africa, and working for a tour operator and a brand integrated brand in the ecosystem is a very challenging but a very interesting thing. So this is why I love what I do, and I do what I love, And this is and then when you see that good people like Arthur, like Piano, I have been working with them since 2 decades. Actually, I know Arthur since 23 years, and when you see that chemistry with the people we are working with makes more fun, and it gives you like more support to be more efficient, and then you see the results. And this is something which you say, okay, this is exactly the right thing for me,
One of you mentioned now, obviously, the link with tourism and traditional sort of hotel operator. The piece here, which is really exciting, is obviously the airline and so on. What sort of edge does that give you when you're talking to clients? And how do you sort of leverage that to support the hotel operators side of things?
To be honest with you, with all modesty, I think we are hunted because of this. The people, when they really hear about us, even in destination where the tour operator is not contributing that much, we still are very, very sexy on the market. We have good track meanwhile, and the people are hunting us. I mean, we're drawing down with work, with new leads, and that people coming to us, not only through the website, but also in these conferences where we go. We are doing a very aggressive communication as well in the social media. Every single post brings us really like 2 numbers of new leads, and then our team is following up very quickly. So I think the combination and the success story which we created in the last, let's say, 3 years now, give us now a clear signal that we are on the right track. We are galloping in the right direction. I mean, imagine 2016, we opened the first one. We are meanwhile on 100 properties. Yeah, we will be opening in this year at 11 hotels. Yeah, we're opening next week 3 hotels in Asia and in China, 2 in China, 1 in Indonesia. So we're good. We're very good.
And going on to that, you're expanding globally in some very diverse countries and continents here, Asia, Africa, and Europe, and so on. How does the product, the TUI Blue product differ, and what are you offering in each of those continents that differentiate it from each other? Or is it sort of just, this is it, this is our proposition?
I love this question, to be honest, because it is like a permanent discussion with us here, cross-continental. It is very interesting to see that the owners and the potential owners in Asia, for instance, they are willing to make more spending in their hotels, to put it on a higher level that we ever can expect. Yeah, because of the simple fact that one-time owner, when you come to him and say, listen, we need, like, let's say, an average 250,000 per key. He said, no, I'm going to spend 500,000. Easy. And then before the hotel, when he comes to get into our family and learn about what possibility we have, we got like 2 different partners with whom we are now developing a multi-site development together before the hotel is started, the first one. So that is the part of Asia. And when it comes to Africa, it is a bit different because obviously the money to have access to money in Africa, the owners are suffering a little bit more. But still, the spending issue is a big question mark. It takes you a bit longer in Africa to set up a financial setup, but also to convince the owner to have the willingness to spend the right money for the right project than in other parts of the world. In Europe is I would say like exactly in the middle between both and on the Balkan.
You also within all of that, you have this very strong value, I guess, of taking sustainability. Do any of those markets resist that or spend more on that, or how do you build it into the proposition, and where is the line drawn really for you as a brand?
Well, I think like the group and us as a brand, we are putting the seeds in the floor, and then we are helping them to grow just to make sure that the tourism is a force, a good force, right? The group has been releasing recently the green building guide, which has cost a lot of money just to make sure that we can help the owners and developers to integrate all the good elements for sustainable tourism and hospitality. And this kind of activities we are giving, it's not only for the random hotel but also for the planned hotels. It give us like more support our agenda, which is reducing by 46.8% by 2030. We want to reduce the footprint by 2030, and then importantly reduce it to the minimum whatever we can. This is why we have started different activities in different hotels, but they are all consolidated now. And then any new hotels will come up into the system. They would be always following these successful projects which we have implemented. For instance, no more use for single use for plastic, replacing all the plastic, the bottle of plastic into glass. We reduce the energy consumption. We use PV panels wherever we can. We just opened in Turkey a huge PV panel park, and making sure that we can serve the hotels with it. We suggest all the owners to integrate the new energy in the new projects which are to be built. All these elements is one of the part of our agenda, group agenda and brand agenda.
That type of sort of proposition is obviously important from the brand perspective. The traveller perspective, apart from some of the sort of very visual things there with glass bottles and so on, how much of them are actually making their decisions to come to TUI because of the proposition now, or is it more of a driver that obviously people are going towards resorts anyway, and it's a package tour? How much are actually responding to this and actually buying based on this proposition?
A lot. To be honest with you, a lot. We are bringing the guest into this topic as well. It is an educational trip for our team members, but also for our guests. And you won't believe how efficiently these guests are participating on this. We did, for example, in the north of Germany, Zurich, we did a test. Yeah, we wrote like if you don't need to change the bed sheets every day, just let us know. Maybe you can, and then you can get like €5 more or an amount of money back. And the people, they did it. They didn't want to have the money, but they wanted to participate in this. And most of the guests use that. Exactly the same thing when you go, for example, when you speak about food waste and you sensitize about these topic in the front of the guest, saying to them and then showing them, and every single leftover in the plate, how much money and how much impact is giving to the planet. the people has changed in no time. They will change their attitude and they will adopt themselves accordingly. We are using AI to control the food waste. Yeah. And you cannot believe how much savings we did actually from the economical point of view, but also from the impact point of view. We are using the AI and at the entrance of the kitchen. So whatever comes back, and it will be thrown into a intelligent bin. That AI will calculate three things for you. The first one, the waste of the money. Second of all, the impact for the environment, and third of all, the consumption for the next day. It shows you clearly. So we share this information with the guest, okay? But also the chef who is preparing everything, he see at the end of the operation at that day how much, let's say, tomato are thrown away or whatever. This is how he can make for the next day his preparation, and this is like a very, very successful activity which we have started it as a testing. Now it's going to be implemented in all the hotels, especially in Turkey.
Fascinating. So, what sort of financial impact has that had for owners since applying that sort of technology, and where else are you applying it in your resorts?
It is indeed a very sensitive situation, because if you are paid to integrate all this, you will have certainly a higher spending a little bit. But the most of the owner, to be honest with you, they are willing to do so because they want to be also up to date. And this is like an additional certification of the product and the assets itself. If you say like my green building is now, my hotel is a green building and certified a green building, then the assets itself, the value of the assets is a little higher. So they are really, I can't really recall any owner was pushing back badly not to use this comfortably.
But surely food waste is a direct cost saving here. You know, that if you're applying something like the AI to it, you're seeing a huge uplift in operational savings.
Absolutely. And it's going to be implemented. I mean, Turkey is one of the biggest booming destination we have. And then if you multiply that one example in one hotel on 23 hotels which we run in Turkey, you can eventually imagine how much impact we are taking off the planet, but also how much money we are saving on behalf of the owner. By the end of the day, the owner will be profiting from this because it's less cost and more profit.
Now, obviously, TUI, I suppose, is a brand that most people, and certainly our world, would recognise, and I suppose has gone for a big relift and rebrand in perception in the last few years. How has that sort of impacted pipeline? What does the pipeline look like now? And what are the sort of goals for you guys over the next couple of years?
Well, listen, we're going really very, very aggressively in China and in Asia. I mean, meanwhile, we are operating there since almost 3 years. Now the engine has started. I mean, we are now creating and then building the new operational presence, which is going to be like a huge, because obviously we are opening this year around 8 hotels in that area, in that region. So that is really picking up fantastically. There is a lot of pipeline in there, especially for the Mora project and brand. We having in Thailand, in Vietnam, Cambodia, you name it, in China, a lot in China as well. Exactly the same thing is going for the TUI Blue brand. So we are. I think we will be having around 35 hotels in the next 3 years, 4 years open already. And so it's 30% of our current portfolio. But our target is clear. We want to have 200 hotels in the next 8 years. Yeah. And then I think we have a lot of reasons to believe it will be achieved as well.
It will be remiss of me to ignore the fact that in a month's time we'll be together in Dubai at the FHS World event. Honestly, this is the first time, is it, that TUI have come in as one of our sponsors, I think, for this particular event at least. So thanks for that, Wesam. What are you hoping this event brings for you, and perhaps as the industry as a whole, now that it's sort of globally focused? What are you sort of hoping that the event will achieve?
I think collaborating with you guys is clearly helping us to increase the awareness of our brand. I mean, because of the nature of our brand, we never did so much noises before because obviously we were exclusively distributed by the mother company. Now, the second phase of the development, when we started it in Dubai back in 2021 in November, it is clearly that we are transforming this company from 100% tour operator-driven company to an international hotel operator with international standard set in the middle of the international hospitality community. So in all the events which we did together as delegates or as sponsors, we are doing a lot of noises. The market and the industry is watching us. I can tell you they are watching us. And then we are not shy just to present and to show face and to present ourselves back in Namibia. As you know, we had like a bigger participation and delegation was coming from different departments, not only the hospitality. I mean, the international hotel funds came with us, and then some other colleagues from the scouting team came with us. Now we will do exactly the same in Dubai. So clearly, we are trying now for Dubai to get the CEO of the cruises to come with us. Unfortunately, the CEO of the We Fly fleet cannot come because he's committed on another conference at the same time and the other part of the world. But we will try for the next one just to get more people more involved from our ecosystem. Yeah, and this all internally as well on the market, giving us a clear awareness, which is increasing bit by bit. And if you see the hospitality report, which was released by W Hospitality in June, you will see us really right now with fantastic ranking between international operators. Yeah, especially in the pipeline for Africa, we are number 4, I think, as much as I remember from the report of.
Yes, I mean, the speed you're coming up the ranks is amazing in the market, really. So, yeah, there's some great things happening across the globe for you, and obviously we look forward to seeing you in a few weeks in Dubai and learning more. Obviously, for those listening now, big thank you to Wesam for your contribution here today, and look forward to seeing you.
Pleasure. Thank you so much, Matt, for your time and for this invitation. And we look forward to seeing you in Dubai and continue. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Lovely to see you again, Wesam.
Thanks a lot.